I've had so much stress with my new neighbors. Is a 1-year-old too young to leave at home by themselves for 5 minutes? Asking because that's what my neighbors did last night. Either that or they have yet another adult living in a 2-bed, 1-bath apartment, which would bring, well, not apartment, but house, which would bring the total number of residents of this 1-bath to 5 adults, 2 children. So I'm just gonna assume that since they told the landlord that it was only 3 people living there total, that they're not that crazy, right? It's not 5 adults, 2 children, right? They're not that big of liars. Because if they're only like a little bit lying, then that means that they left a 1-year-old by themselves for 5 minutes. Because last week they moved in while I was in Miami. I had to leave. I had to go to Miami for a convention, and my mom was at my house. They moved in on the 15th of July, like officially moved in, and my mom was at my house and watching my dogs. This little chicken nugget right here, one of them, and was watching my dogs. And my mom goes, they're leaving a lot of stuff like in your storage area, in your downstairs area. A lot of medical stuff. They're leaving like a thing that's, if you've ever, it's like a wheelchair washing station for like when someone is in a wheelchair, you put it over the bathtub and it helps it to be easier to wash the person. So if you've ever had to help take care of like an older family member or something, she was like, that's being left outside. And she was like, that's really weird that they would like leave it outside in the front yard, but mostly like in your storage area. And so I have been gone. Layla, come out of there. Hey, Layla, come here. This way, baby. Come on. So I was gone in Miami. But when I came back from Miami, Layla, come. Layla, don't make me put your leash on. Stay out of there. When I came back from Miami, I had no hot water. Hot water, gone. Don't go in there. I had no hot water. And I was like, oh no, I need to scrub the airport, the plane, the everything, the plane, train, automobile. I need to get this off of me. So I was already irritated. And like, why do I not have hot water? That's not a good sign. Like, y'all just moved in 2-3 days ago. It's not looking good. After I had already had a problem with them parking in my parking space. And mind you, I don't have a car. So it's not like a big issue. But I have more resources and use less. I don't like people taking up my space, taxing my stuff. I don't like, just because I'm not using it doesn't mean that you could use it, especially if we're not friends. Or like, I save more space so that I could have it for the future. I have a parking space that's allocated toward me so that my friends and my family could park there. So what they were doing was like using my parking space, using all my hot water, and it was starting to become an issue, which skipped forward to my trash went missing last week. And I was like, that's weird. Trash day is Friday. So I was supposed to go take the trash can, the whole can. You know, it's Thursday night. I'll go walk my dogs, pick up, you know, their poop and go to put their poop in the trash can and go to walk the trash can out to the curb. And I'm like, where are the trash bags that have been in here all week? Where is my trash? That's so weird. So I text the landlord and I'm like, oh, why is my trash missing? And she's like, and in 2 years of living here, that has never happened, right? So that's strange. And then Friday, the next day, so this would be the 22nd or the 21st, whatever, I go and I look at my shed, and I've never had a lock on my shed, and the landlord had put this like wooden dowel, and they're like, well, we just don't want anyone to open it. The wooden dowel's gone. And I'm like, well, why is the wooden dowel missing? Which I had just looked at the night before, the day that the trash went missing, and the wooden dowel was there. So it was like in between Friday or Thursday night and Friday, y'all went in my shed. And then I was supposed to get medication delivered on Friday or Saturday, like an overnight medication from the VA. And my medication goes missing. And so now I'm like, oh, y'all is really tripping. In less than a week, all this weird, strange stuff starts happening. And that just so happens to be the week that y'all moved in. That's weird. That's real weird. So I put a camera up, like another Ring camera, one of those like security camera that faces inward into the property, because the camera I had was from my doorway facing outward. Layla, come. Go. Layla. Go. Layla. Why would you ignore me? Go that way. Facing outward. And so I put the camera up, and I see them today, or last night more so. You want to go play? I see them last night. The older lady leaves for work, and at 9:21, and the young man and the old man come back with the kid. And I'm like, 5 minutes later. And then the young lady comes back at midnight, and I go, well, that's so weird, because y'all have been, there have been a baby in that house all day. And then I see the baby this morning, and so I go, the baby had to have been left in the house for at least 5 minutes last night by itself, or there's another person in that house. So strange. So strange. So I'm seeing what I'm gonna do with them and how I'm gonna play this. Let me see what my dog doing.